Family, we are back. I want to thank everybody for being here. I hope everybody has a safe weekend. Check on your people, y'all. Please do. I can't stress it enough. Times are different, very different. So make it a point to check on your people, especially the strong ones. Now, this whole scenario with Gucci and Pooh Shiesty is interesting to say the least, but it's a few things that you can't ignore about the situation. Let's get to the content.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Let's get high, yeah, you know I'm about to roll. Let's get please, yeah, you know I gotta pull. Let's live life, yeah, once I'm about to turn up. Get fly, oh, for sure it's about to go up. Roll my blunt and pass my life.
Yeah, I'll be mad too if won't let me out my contract. I'm in a situation right now where I want to hit a Pooh Shiesty on them. Y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like everybody just like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody chose their own fate when it came to 1017. And I'm speaking for everybody because I don't have nobody here to speak for themselves. And two of my label mates is gone. Chant gone. Scar gone. I don't even know where the throw boy at. Y'all got so many opinions, but y'all don't even know that Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty and Scar was beefing with Gucci the entire time. It was the back and forth of who leaving the label and who want to stay and come back and give me your chain, or no, you can have your chain. Like, it was a lot of that going on. Why? It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that. It's not about none of that. At the end of the day, everybody wanted respect. That's why Channing left. She didn't like what was going on. There was really no team with 1017 to where we had people that was really there, that was guiding us. It was just like all the calls was coming from everybody that they was putting in charge. And a lot of people that was in charge shouldn't have been in charge over there at Atlantic. And that's the real issue. It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that. It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that.
All right, now, this Pooh Shiesty Gucci situation, y'all, it is really exposing the ignorance in our community. We heard this woman say it's not about contracts or any of that. I beg to differ. Contracts has everything to do with this situation that's transpired. Now, in that contract, I can guarantee you it didn't say if something happens to the artist, I get my jewelry back, or I don't get my jewelry back. In the contract, I can guarantee you it probably said something about AR and management and how things would go. But like she said, it ain't about contracts, is it? If you heard at the beginning, in this little statement, she said everything we need to know. But in the beginning, she stated that she's landed herself back into another situation in which she needs to do a Pooh Shiesty. But it's not about contracts. Pay attention, y'all.
Y'all painting a picture out to make it seem like everybody just like it's a curse with Gucci. There ain't no curse with Gucci. Everybody chose their own fate when it came to 1017. And I'm speaking for everybody because I don't have nobody here to speak for themselves.
Would you want this woman speaking for you? Let's be real. Would you want her speaking for you? This is the epitome of oxymoron. It's no way around it. This woman might be slightly delusional, and I could see how she landed herself back into another situation. Because it's not about the contracts. It's not about that. She stated that everybody chose their own fate. Everybody. So what is everybody so mad about? Why would Pooh Shiesty feel away because Gucci Man didn't pay for a funeral? Why would he feel away that he wanted his jewelry back? Why didn't Pooh Shiesty and his family pay for Big Scar's funeral? Has anybody asked themselves that? This dude came out of jail to 6 foreigns. I got this, that. But you couldn't even pay for your cousin's funeral. Why is that on Gucci? Why throw your career and life away because you didn't pay for your cousin's funeral? I'm sure that wasn't in the contract, but it's not about contracts.
It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that. At the end of the day, everybody wanted respect. That's why Channing left. She didn't like what was going on. There was really no team with 1017 to where we had people that was really there, that was guiding us. It was just like all the calls was coming from everybody that they was putting in charge. And a lot of people that was in charge shouldn't have been in charge over there at Atlantic. And that's the real issue. It ain't even about reading your contract. It's not about none of that.
It's not about reading your contract. Maybe it was something in that contract that said, hey, provide your own AR, provide your own management. We're not going to hold your hand. You guys are grown. You rap about this, you rap about that. You know it all. Handle your own business. We're just going to represent y'all. You're under the umbrella. It's a hell of a cosign. Maybe that was in a contract. Who knows? I'm not saying it was, but there's a chance it could have been. That's how dumb this woman sounds when she says it's not about reading contracts, but then goes on to give gripes of things that could have probably been covered in the contract.
Was it Atlantic? Was it Gucci? Was it what was it?
Eric, when we all, it's crazy. I don't know what the hell Fujiana and Pooh Shiesty was doing prior to them getting signed, but I know what me and Chant was doing. Chant was working at IHOP and doing music, and of course I had just left the service and law school. I don't know what the hell Sky was doing either, or Roboy. WAP just chose talent. Like, we all are talented as hell.
Yeah.
In our different way. Like, none of us was like the other. And I love that about us. We all were different. We all had our different style. It's very important when you have a label to establish some type of team.
I'm gonna be real. I never knew who this woman was. And later on in this clip, she talks about, how do you not know who whatever her name is, or I don't know, the K Shorty or something like that. But I never knew who she was. But when I seen this roster, Pooh Shiesty was the only one that I thought would be about something. And that was just by looking. I hadn't heard anything yet. He just had that look about him. When you come from that, you know that. But with the others, I feel like they were write-offs. I really do. She makes it a point to say, in 2020, well, what happened in 2020? Yeah. That happened in 2020 when they got signed. I feel they were write-offs. I feel like it was a gamble, but this is the thing with WAP, and I can't take this away from him. I can't take it away. He gives the underdogs chances. There wouldn't be Amigos or 1017 Thug, or excuse me, Young Thug. Maybe not even a Nicki. He put her on that platform, y'all. Come on. But this woman and the others, I feel like they were write-offs. That's why they didn't get the attention. It really wasn't what WAP was wanting or into music-wise.
Every artist needs to be managed some way, shape, or form. We got people that got their sister and their cousin and their homegirl and their homeboy and they me, I had my lawyer managing me. That was stupid. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you got to have proper management and proper guidance. When I joined, I didn't really have like solid management or anything like that. I had somebody that I had been working with, called them my manager. I had an attorney. She became my manager. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have a solid team. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you're an artist who gets thrown in, like the way we was thrown in 2020 was, we were on top of the world. Like, yeah. 1017 and every artist, like, it'd be funny because some people be like, oh yeah, we don't know you. And I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Quit playing.
Yeah.
Don't play. Like, don't play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
come on now. In 2020, the whole world knew who 1017 was and who everybody was, you know, a part of the team. And they start, you people gotta, I don't know.
We're going to end it right there because she wasn't even confident in that BS she just spewed. 2020, everybody had to know. Come on, nobody knew nothing. The only thing people knew was Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty. And really, it went Fujiano, Pooh Shiesty, Scar. Then it shifted to Pooh Shiesty, Fujiano, Scar. Nobody knew these chicks for real. And I'm not even trying to be funny, but nobody knew them. I didn't, at least. But one thing I'm going to tell y'all about Gucci. I don't think he's the one that's telling or pressing charges or whatever weirdness people want to put on it. And this is not even defending him, it's just being real. You got to realize he had an off-duty cop with him. That off-duty cop, he's not street. He's not under no street code, street oath, hood oath, none of that. He wants justice. Now, can you even blame Gucci if he did? He has to have a police report for his insurance claims. I'm sure all his jewelry was insured. It's a lot of stuff you got to take into account. But this situation has exposed certain people in the culture and their lack of intelligence. I'm out. Peace.